Hello there! Pixar is currently the most successful animation studio, and technically, they kind of run Disney now. However, there was a time when Pixar did have to take orders from the mouse, and one such product of that was Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, a gem of a television series that they had a hand in producing. After the success of Toy Story 2, Disney thought about the possibility of making an actual Woody's Roundup show. But they felt it wouldn't work, so instead came the idea of making an actual Buzz Lightyear animated series. Which actually makes perfect sense, as the original opening for Toy Story involved Andy watching a Buzz Lightyear cartoon. For this show, Pixar acted as consultants, as well as providing some computer-generated sequences, while Disney Television Animation handled the main part of the episodes.
Ever vigilant, leaping into action, Buzz Lightyear hurtles to the rescue. His ongoing mission to protect the universe from the dark forces of evil. These are the adventures of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
To introduce the new characters to the audience, a direct-to-video feature was produced titled Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins. It did a very good job of setting up this universe and the origins of the new supporting players. It also had a story that managed to sustain the running time and already get us hyped for the show that would eventually air on ABC's one Saturday morning block.
At ease, little green citizens. Star Command is on the job.
Yay! At ease, little green citizens. Star Command is on the job.
While the opening featured some of the characters of Toy Story, opening 3 would make appearances on the show. The first is, of course, Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen in The Adventure Begins, before being replaced by Patrick Warburton for the actual series. The writers did a great job of capturing the delusional Buzz from the Toy Story world and applying it to this by-the-book Space Ranger on the show.
I think that we're forgetting that one of us wasn't quite so lucky today.
Buzz?
That's right, Booster. Old 42 may have been just a ship, but she was as much a ranger as you or I. Or even XR here, and he even has fewer parts.
Yeah, okay, Buzz, but
But nothing. Ranger salute.
Then there's the evil Emperor Zurg, who Buzz constantly blames for every crime in the universe, and most of the time he's correct. Zurg is also the funniest character due to, while he is certainly an evil person slash robot slash thing, the writers also made the smart decision to not have us take him seriously. The series had a more tongue-in-cheek approach to it by making fun of science fiction show conventions, which made it all the more fun. To add to the hilarity, Zurg was also voiced by Wayne Knight.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Yes, that Wayne Knight. That has to be the most odd casting decision for a Darth Vader-esque villain yet.
Lightyear's reduced to a gelatinous ooze, and I can't get a decent picture. Stinking cable. Scan for life forms. Just to be sure.
The remaining Toy Story characters that have starring roles here are the aliens, which is one of the few continuity issues with the films. In the first Toy Story, the aliens are clearly Pizza Planet merchandise, and shouldn't Buzz have recognized them when he hopped into the claw machine and vice versa? Nonetheless, their addition is pleasing, and in another strange choice, Patrick Warburton provides their voices, the only time I've seen him voice an animated character without his usual, easily identifiable deep tones.
Alright, so who's leading this mission?
Buzz Lightyear.
That's right, and Hey, didn't you hear a word I just said?
Save our friend.
What makes you think he's that way?
Mental link. We feel his presence.
With Woody, Jessie, Ham, and Rex not exactly fitting into the show, they created new Space Rangers for Buzz to interact with. His second in command is Tangent Princess Miranova, voiced by Nicole Sullivan. Joining Space Ranger Academy against her father's wishes, Nova is more of the straight woman of the leads, and proves helpful due to her ability of walking through walls and reading minds. She also occasionally has a sarcastic comment in hand.
Affirmative, Your Highness.
Guys, please just call me Mira. Need a hand?
No, thank you. Everything's under control, princess.
Okay, my name's Mira. Could somebody please call me Mira?
Mira!
Thank you.
However, that doesn't mean she doesn't go crazy at some point, like when she becomes addicted to energy.
Okay, here's what. Don't you start with me too. I can handle this, okay? Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh.
Mira, you've got to stop this. Hey, nice glow.
What is this? Invade Mira's privacy day? Why not invite all of Star Command?
Also on the team is Booster, a big dinosaur-like animal and the more innocent member of the group. However, that doesn't mean he can get tough, and is usually the most trusting of Buzz's decisions and frequently follows the book.
Yeah, it's like some huge...
Trash compactor. Ha! I knew it. I was right. I was actually right. It was a trash compactor. And with the trash.
Finally, there's XR, or Experimental Ranger, created by the Triclops aliens, but with some slight defects, which makes him prone to getting into mischief, and thus is the comic relief of the group. Interesting enough, he was voiced by Larry Miller in some episodes, and then Neil Flynn in others.
What's your team status?
We're doing great, Pop.
Don't call me that.
On behalf of the Robo Freighter Company, I would like to file a formal complaint against your son here.
He's not my son.
I have the work order right here. Look, he's signed and initialed. Commander Nebula authorized my construction. He gave me life.
As for the villains of the series, there was a wide assortment of them. In addition to Zurg, who got the bulk of the episodes, we also had the robot vampire Nos 4A2. With a name inspired by a famous cinematic bloodsucker, he also exhibits certain attributes similar to them, like feeding on poor innocent robots, and XR even becomes his Renfield at one point.
You will fall before me, flesh thing.
XR, it's me, Booster.
You are nothing to me. I serve my Dark Master.
I am Nos 4A2. I cannot be defeated. It's not in my programming.
Really? Well, maybe it's time to reboot.
Warp Dark Matter is another popular villain on the series, originally being a friend of Buzz, though he was apparently always on the dark side. His knowing of Buzz's secret maneuvers also makes him a worthy adversary.
Warp Dark Matter, you are under arrest. I recommend surrender. Not because I can't take you on, because I can.
Of course you can. You can do anything, princess.
Oh. Can I take another shot?
No need. I love fighting rookies.
Along with the characters, one of the reasons that Buzz Lightyear of Star Command is so good is in the writing. Not surprisingly, this had the same producers as Kim Possible, which had a similar jokey attitude surrounding its genre tropes. While they get serious with the action, it's mostly lighthearted, and that is part of its appeal. There's a very classic Saturday morning cartoon feel to it that's appropriate since this is a Saturday morning animated series being watched by the Toy Story gang.
It is a trap!
Did I call it or what? I have it on digital. I can play it back.
Buzz Lightyear! I have to admit I'm less than thrilled to see you alive.
Sorry to disappoint you, Zurg.
Oh no. It is you who is about to be disappointed.
But you just said you were disappointed.
No, I said I was less than thrilled and bummed. I never actually said I was disappointed.
No, but...
Let it go.
Speaking of Toy Story, here's a scene intended to be funny but actually is quite scary considering Buzz's most recent adventure.
And if I may remind you, no giant trash compactor. When heroes fall in, they always have enough time to figure a way out. Make it an incinerator.
So Lotso was working with Zurg the entire time. I knew it! The stories are interesting, albeit predictable, but that's to be expected of Disney's animated series. In terms of what my favorite episodes are, I like this one where Zurg clones Buzz and friends, except they come out as evil children rather than evil adults, and the interactions are hilarious.
Yeah, where's our robot?
You don't need a robot.
I want a robot!
I don't care what you...
I want a robot!
We want a robot! We want a robot! We want a robot! Oh, you want a robot? Oh, fine. Take two. I can build more.
The episode in which Zurg kidnaps an alien to find Star Command's weaknesses also allows the LGMs to shine.
I'm in charge and I say you can't go!
So that's when you put your foot down.
Affirmative. There was absolutely, positively no way I was letting any of those LGMs on this mission. Except for these three.
Uh-huh.
Basic rule of engagement, compromise. You have no idea what I was up against. These little guys are tenacious.
Then there's one of the most Star Trek-style stories of the bunch, in which Zurg joins forces with an evil Buzz, which might be the funniest episode yet.
Commander,
All guests are present and engaged in backyard hijinks.
All invited guests. It's gotta be old man Heyman. Yeah, I don't care if you are my next door neighbor. This picnic is for Star Command personnel only.
Odd. It's like staring into some sort of strange space mirror.
Whatever.
In conclusion, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command is probably my favorite Disney animated spin-off, filled with plenty of great episodes throughout. To be honest, I'm disappointed yet not surprised Disney didn't release a DVD set of the series in time with the release of Toy Story 3 this past summer. Although considering the lack of Booster, Mira, and XR out there, I have an odd feeling that Pixar wants to sweep the show under the rug despite them being heavily involved with it. Oh well. That said, apparently Booster did make an appearance in a recent Toy Story comic, so the characters are supposedly out there if you look hard enough. And The Adventure Begins is still being sold, so if you haven't seen the show, give that a look to experience at least a sample of it. It's well worth watching. So, I'll see you next time, and to infinity, and even further!